Hi friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. I know this isn't the typical intro that you guys are used to. However, with recording the intro for the video that you guys are going to see, my camera must have not been recording, or I don't know where the file went, so my video ended up with no intro. So this is going to have to do. Today we're going to be reviewing the new e.l.f. Power Grip primer and comparing it to the Milk Hydro Grip primer to see if we really do have a dupe. So let's get right into the demo portion. So let's get into some more details about the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. I'm looking here on the e.l.f. website, and it says here it is a gel-based skin-loving formula that soothes while gripping your makeup. It's meant to give skin a soft focus effect. It's enriched with hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid and a translucent finish, which is supposed to work for all skin types and skin tones. It is cruelty-free and vegan, and compared to the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. And I'm just reading this information right from the Milk Makeup website. It says it's an invisible makeup primer with 94% natural gel formula that soothes skin, grips makeup up to 12 hours, and locks in hydration. It's also vegan, cruelty-free, silicone-free, oil-free, fragrance-free, and gluten-free. Now, just right off the bat, between the two products, the main difference is not only price, but also in size. So the e.l.f. primer, this Power Grip primer, you get 0.811 fluid ounces, so a little bit less than 1 fluid ounces. And typically, foundations and primers come in 1 fluid ounce. So this is 24 ml for $10. Whereas the Milk Makeup, you're getting 45 mLs or 1.52 fluid ounces for $34. So almost double the product in the Milk Makeup. But obviously the price is a lot more, $34 compared to $10. I am a really big fan of the Milk Hydro Grip primer. If you've been here on my channel for a while, you would have heard me mention it multiple times. This is my second or my third, I think this is my third bottle of the Milk Hydro Grip primer. Now with the e.l.f. primer, they have other like gripping primers in their line. They have the Jelly Pop primer, and they also have the Mint Jelly primer, which released last year around this time with their mint collection. I don't have that one, but I've heard a lot of people comparing that one to this one. And one of the main differences that I've heard mentioned is that this one is fragrance free. So let's start off. Packaging wise, they both have a pump, so that's great. The Milk Makeup has more of a green tint, and the e.l.f. is more of a bluish green. I'll do some swatches on the back of my hand. So we've got the Milk Makeup right there. You probably can't even see it. The green tint in this one is almost invisible compared to the e.l.f., which does look more blue. I don't know if that's coming off on camera. So the e.l.f. is the one on top. Let's rub it in here. So just rubbing it in. Okay, consistency wise, the e.l.f. gripping primer does feel more sticky, I guess is the word. The Milk Hydro Grip primer definitely feels not as tacky and smoothed out easier. Yeah, the e.l.f. one definitely has some more tackiness to it. So what we're gonna do today is we are gonna do a comparison. I am gonna do the Milk Hydro Grip on one side and the e.l.f. on the other side and see how my makeup applies over it. I'm gonna try as best as I can to maybe do a wear test today. We'll see how many hours of this we can get in. So let's get started. So I currently have nothing on my face other than my skincare. So I usually apply this primer with my fingers, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take one pump, and we're just going to smooth it out on this side of the face. And my skin is pretty irritated right now, so hence all the acne scars on full display. And then we're going to go ahead and take one pump of the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. Same, one pump. Okay, so interestingly enough, when applying the e.l.f. primer, it doesn't feel as tacky when I'm smoothing it out on on my face compared to when I did the swatch on my hand. So we've got half and half. I can't really tell a difference off the bat. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit. With gripping primers, with any primer in general, you should let it sit for at least 30 seconds to a minute. We'll let this sit for a couple minutes and then I'll start my foundation application. Okay, it's been about a minute or two and I'm definitely feeling the e.l.f. side more cooling compared to the Milk Makeup. I don't really feel much cooling on the Milk side. I do feel like, so there is tackiness. Again, this is the Milk Makeup side. The e.l.f. side, I feel like, is more tacky compared to the Milk Makeup. So already we've got some differences. That being said, I'm just going to stick to what I've been using on the regular, my LC Micro Silk foundation. If you guys haven't checked this out, please do. It's one of my favorite foundations. I do have a $5 off your purchase, just part of their rewards program. It's not affiliated, so I'll leave that link. I'll leave that link in the description if you guys wanted to check it out. And I'm gonna be mixing it with the JOA Crystal Glow foundation. Okay, let's start on the Milk Makeup side. Coverage today, so some of the scarring is still shining through. So honestly, up until right now, they look pretty similar. I'm gonna say about 95% similar. The major difference that I'm seeing is this side definitely looks more glowy, more hydrated compared to the Milk Makeup side. And also, I will say I found the e.l.f. side easier to blend my foundation. I think they meshed well together, more so than the Milk Hydro Grip side. Again, I used my LC and JOA foundation for both sides, so it's not like I use the e.l.f. CC cream that usually products of the same line tend to work best together. But this side I did find that it blended out easier and more flawless compared to the other side. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll come back to show you guys what it looks like. So sit tight, we'll be right back. And we're back with my full face of makeup on. I'm actually really loving this eye look that I did today. I used a new palette to me, and this is the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. This guy released last year. I know it's nothing new, but I actually just picked it up, and honestly, I loved it. Formula was great, blended easy. These shades are, oh, I just love it. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't pick it up earlier, but oh, and all vegan formula, so no carmine. Okay, let's talk about the primer. So again, we're doing a comparison. We have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer on this side and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer on this side. $10, $34, less than 1 ounce, 0.8, and this one right here, 1.5. Honestly, during application, I didn't notice any difference between the e.l.f. side and the Milk side. Upon first application, I did mention that I noticed the e.l.f. side. Oh, I'm not wearing earrings. I forgot to put those on. I did notice that the e.l.f. side looked more dewy and hydrated compared to the Milk makeup side. I would say now that it's been sitting, I would say that still holds true, but there's not that huge of a difference, to be honest. I have combination skin that leans oily, but I don't feel this is like accentuating any of my oils. I did have a bit of a dry patch right here on the Milk makeup side that I found the primer clung to just a bit, but that's can be easily fixed with just making sure I exfoliate. Looking here right now, I actually can't see that dry patch at all. I will say that I did go in with a setting spray. So usually what I do after I've applied my cream products and I've set my face with my pressed powder, and right before I'm going to apply my highlight, as you guys know, I like to apply my highlight before I apply my brush. I go in with some setting spray to kind of melt everything together. And then at the end of my makeup application, I go in again with a setting spray. So I would say that definitely probably helped that dry patch right here be pretty much invisible. But other than that, as of right now, I can see no major difference between the two. But we will see throughout the rest of the day how these wear. If I were to stop the video right now, and I had to pick one of these two primers, I would go with the e.l.f. just because if they're looking exactly the same right now, this one's 10 bucks compared to the $34. And even if I wanted to buy the same weight or amount of product in the e.l.f. compared to the Hydro Grip, so if I bought 2 of these, that would give me, let's do just some quick math, that would give me about 1.2 mils of this product for $20 versus 1.5 for $34. So you're still price per gram or price per mil, the e.l.f. product I think is still a better option. Okay, so we are gonna roll into our check-ins. I'm gonna try and do at least 2 or 3 check-ins and wear this for at least 4 or 5 hours. I've had this on already for almost an hour. So I guess here is our first check-in. You can see e.l.f. on this side and Milk makeup on this side. Okay, I will see you guys in the next check-in. Okay guys, we've got our first check-in. I am in the bathroom, so sorry for the lighting. It is 4 o'clock, so I've had this on for almost 3 hours. Let me flip the camera and see if I can do that. Okay, so we've got the Milk makeup side. It looks pretty much the same. I did just eat, so a bit of the foundation around my mouth has worn off. And here we have the e.l.f. side. Nothing has budged on either side so far. I haven't touched up at all, so far so good. We're at the 3-hour mark. Here is our second, well actually third and final check-in. It is about 7:15 p.m. right now, so I've had this makeup on for about 6 hours, a little more than 6 hours or right around there. And to be honest, there's not much difference from my earlier check-in at like the 3-hour mark. I will say my foundation has faded around my mouth and in this area right here on the Milk Makeup side. I was eating and hanging out with family and some of the kiddos, so you know, hands got everywhere. But in terms of wearability of the foundation, let's start with this side. So this was the e.l.f. primer side and nothing has budged or smudged. I will say I have a little bit of foundation collecting right here in my smile lines. You probably can't see that. And I'm getting a smidge oily right here by my nose, which I typically always do. But other than that, nothing has budged or smudged. Okay. And the Milk Makeup side, pretty much the same. I have slightly less oiliness on this side of my nose compared to the e.l.f. side. But otherwise, looks exactly the same. And mind you, I have not touched up or powdered or anything like that. I actually did take my touch-up powder with me today, but I didn't end up using it just so I can give this a real go. I didn't need to be wearing a mask today, so I haven't tested out how that factors into it. So all in all, I'm gonna say the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is totally a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. If you've been wanting to try this but you haven't because maybe the price, then I would definitely suggest picking up the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I think it might also be a good idea to compare this primer to the Jelly Pop e.l.f. primer. That might be another video, so stay tuned. So yeah, both primers work really great. If price is an issue, definitely go for the e.l.f. primer. This is probably more readily available as well. You can get it at Target, Ulta, e.l.f. Cosmetics, or pretty much any drugstore. Thank you guys for joining me for this video review and this battle of the primers today. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. The button is down there, so go ahead and click it. Also turn on your notifications, clicking the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. Leave me a comment below what you guys think of both these primers. Are you noticing any stark differences on camera between the two? Leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.